female bodies are everywhere. Women and their body parts sell everything from food to cars. Popular film and television actresses are becoming younger, taller, and thinner. Some have even been known to faint on the set from lack of food. Women's magazines are full of articles urging that if they just lose that last 20 pounds, they will have it all perfect: marriage, loving children, and even a rewarding career. Why are standards of beauty imposed on women? What do you think?
Why? It's
Yes.
everywhere. It's all over the place. It's in the media. It's what
But
sells.
as a man,
It's what sells.
how do you react to this obsession of women trying to lose weight all the time, to look thin?
I mean, it's been pounded into our heads since we were kids. I mean, it's images around us, it's magazines, it's glamour. If you're thin, you're glamorous. I mean,
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. But
Yeah, definitely.
Nikita, I want to ask you this. You are in this industry wherein you have to be fit and thin, and you're competing with all these so-called anorexic looking women.
Yeah, well,
How do you do that?
I think, well, as a dancer, I just feel like there's a lot of pressure on being fit or thin, really, because you're always on stage or on a camera, and you want to
this
look
tight
your
little
best.
clothes.
Yes, and tight clothes, maybe not that much clothes, you know, whatever the piece may call for or what setting that you're in. But it's really, really important to remember that the issue is not eating. It's actually anxiety. The issue is anxiety. The actual self-consciousness of how you feel about your body, not what you're eating, not what you're not eating, or excessive dieting, you know, anorexia, bulimia. You know, I heard that like 90% of kids by the age that they're 10, they think that they're fat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's really, really disturbing. And girls ages, like 80% of girls ages 15 to 17 want to start losing
Yeah,
weight
but
at
on
that
that note,
moment.
I do want to mention that kids at early age drinking all the Coke and fast food does make them look a bit rounded, and that's perhaps
Definitely.
why they think they're fat and they have to compete. If they have been healthy, they've had healthy eating habits right from their childhood, perhaps they wouldn't get to that stage.
Right, right. I mean, eating healthy is always a great way to go to keep yourself fit and obviously exercise. But it's all mental. It's really not physical. It's very important to remember that this is a mental problem.
And you know, another thing I learned recently from a yoga teacher, she said just before a meal, drink about 2 big glasses of water, because then you don't overeat. Because a lot of
Exactly.
times we confuse thirst with hunger. Because we are actually thirsty and we start eating, and which could be easily taken care of by water.
Just
So
drinking
do
water.
2 big glasses of water before a meal. But coming back to a man's perspective on how they perceive all these women, who I think we were discussing a little bit earlier on the set about how you knew this woman who was.
yeah, she was bulimic. I grew up with somebody that was bulimic.
And
it
then
was
what
unfortunate.
happened to her?
Well,
Give us.
she passed away, and that was eventually what happened. And I think that the reality was that she had such a poor view of her own self-image that she felt that she had to succumb to bulimia to look her, you know, thin. And it was always about being thin and thin and more thin and more thin. And it's because, you know, they glamorize being thin, and, you know, 6 foot tall, gorgeous, thin models that are, you know, 98 pounds or 105 pounds. And I think that that's what the biggest problem is. And it starts at a
Well,
early
in
age.
reality, we saw some of them at that fashion show.
That's right,
And
that's right.
what we realized is that perhaps if they had a little bit more meat, they would have looked better,
That's
I
right.
guess.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's the difference between we see the Kate Moss, Keira Knightley, very waif thin on the media, but what I feel is really beautiful for a woman is her curves. That's what makes you a woman.
Indian.
Right? Right. We have no problem with that.
Yes.
We have no problem.
Yeah.
I think it should be more about having a balanced, positive self-image of who you are and being comfortable with who you are. And as long as you're leading a healthy lifestyle, eating well, sleeping well, exercise, good diet, you have happiness in your life, you laugh, being happy. I mean, all these things are better than, you know, trying to look like a twig.
Healthy environment.
Yeah, just a healthy
And do
environment.
not let the media influence on how you should be looking.
But it's hard. How can you not? I mean, you're always bombarded by it. When you click on your email, you go to the internet, there's a picture of Charlize Theron. Wow, okay, I need to look like her. I mean, you can't look like her. You know, you weren't created to look like her. I mean, she's created that way. So it's just about being comfortable with who you are and
Right.
finding a good, healthy balance between. That's how I see it. But then not everybody does. I mean,
No matter what you think, no matter how much they tell you that this is going to help, you know that it's a lie.
yeah. Well, just be happy with
Yes.
who you are. That's the bottom line. Is
Exactly.
be happy with who you are.
Exactly, but stay healthy.
Yes, that's right. Stay
And
healthy
drink
and fit.
water.
And
Lots
it's-
of it.
Well, I think it's just people don't understand. It's very, very simple to do this.
Yes.
Eat your fruits and veggies, drink your water, and go out for a walk after dinner.
So I think it's important, though, that for the viewers to understand that it's really just a balance. That's what I get from this whole conversation. That it's all about balance, striking, good health, good diet, happy, be content with.
And
who
as
you
long
are.
as your partner is happy with you.
That's right. Isn't that important? Who do you have to impress?
And
the
you're
person
happy
you're
with your partner.
Well, yes, that's true. That's a whole nother can of worms, I think. You're talking about a whole, but really, I think it's all just about being confident and happy, having a positive self-image, and being really, really comfortable with who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a size 7 or a size 3 or size 9, or if
Yep.
I wear 16 and a half or a 15 and a half shirt. It's just being confident and being happy with
And
who
I
you
have
are.
to leave with that
Yeah.
note. I used to be really big. Okay, you guys won't believe that. And I look at those pictures and I'm
Sure.
like, I used to look like that, but my partner had no issue with it. I cannot believe that my partner would be okay with somebody looking so big, but he was absolutely fine. He doesn't love me any more or any less. When I was big or when I'm thin, it doesn't matter to actually people who care about you.
Right,
So
exactly.
just be happy. The way you look and the way you feel is more important than the way you look.
Be happy.
Yes?